Guys, welcome back. I want to talk about vehicles today. I want to talk about how much thought do people put into vehicles. What good is your bug out plan if you don't have a very reliable, capable vehicle, especially considering the terrain that you're actually in. But first I want to provide an update. As you guys know, I like the AK rifle 7.62 by 39. I've been buying ammunition in a can. This is the Bear ammo, Brown Bear. Pretty useful. I like this stuff. And if you're going to be in an area where there's a lot of moisture, it might be a good idea to store some of your ammunition in cans. You can buy them that way. So it's a pretty cool idea. I showed you guys this a while ago when I was back in Flint, and I'm really going to get into it. I'm going to test it out. Actually just give you a closer look. A pretty good way of actually carrying more ammunition, even without any type of vest or anything. Put it in this way. Okay. Still got to work on installing it. Should probably set it up differently, because that's going to be kind of rough to have to transition like that. See? It's not even a crisis, and already sort of a struggle for me. So it's definitely something that's going to require some training. But speaking of guns, when I go to sleep, or before I go to sleep every single night, I make sure I put on my gun belt, this right here. And I just go to the house and I secure the area. Extra magazines. Obviously it's not a big deal, but I always carry my gun with me. Have this flashlight, this Phoenix LD 22. Works fairly well. Been carrying it every day for a while, the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I just want to go through the house and make sure that all the windows are shut, all the doors are closed, make sure everything's locked up like it's supposed to be. If you have kids in the house, make sure they didn't leave something open. So you don't want to have to you don't want to make it easier for a burglar to actually get into your house. Now that's a good habit to really develop even before SACF. Also, sometimes I like to put like little barriers, you know, at the points of entry. You know, since I live by myself, it's not really a big deal. Keep in mind, you can do that during SACF, but you also have to make sure that you have a way out of the house in case there's a fire or something. So, you know, the idea behind putting barriers in place is that even if someone gets into the house, they're going to have to make some noise to get through the house. So, when you're living by yourself, that might be something that will be fairly effective. So anyway, I want to talk about vehicles. Actually, before I go into vehicles, I have been going forward with my CCW or my CCDW here in the state of Kentucky, concealed carry. Basically, I took the class, received a letter saying, okay, you've been verified. I took the letter to the sheriff's department, paid the $20 in a money order to one place. I think the police, state police, and then another $40 to the sheriff's department to do the background check and everything. I paid $3 for the photo. That's been processed. It's going to take 6 to 8 weeks, I'm told, for me to finally get my license. Then they're going to send it to the office. Then they're going to call me. And I have to go down to the sheriff's department and pick up my concealed carry permit here in the state of Kentucky. Now, as far as vehicles, it's a really interesting thing. I hear people talk about bugging out, but I don't hear a lot about the actual vehicles, okay? How does your vehicle fit into your plan? Like, if your plan is to get out of the city, do you have a vehicle that's capable of going off-road? Because if there's a big crisis and you have a bunch of cars gridlocked on a highway, you're going to have to get off the highway and take another route. You may have to go through fields, you may have to go through certain areas, and four-wheel drive will be actually useful in that type of situation. So I want to know how many people actually have four-wheel drives, and how many people really take care of their vehicles, and how reliable are they. This is something that people should really keep in mind if they want to talk about bugging out. Having a reliable vehicle that can actually go off-road is going to be really, really important. Speaking of which, I live in the mountains now here in Kentucky, so I'm going to need a vehicle that's going to help me as I go downhill. Now, you guys know I have this Chevy Express van, but you know, it's a two-wheel drive. I think it's rear-wheel drive, and going down a hill in winter when there's a lot of, or mountains in the winter where, you know, there's a lot of snow, that could be a problem. Now, last winter it was kind of rough for just about everybody everywhere in the country. However, the locals tell me that typically the winters are quite mild up here in Kentucky. But I don't know what type of winter we're going to get next year, so I don't know if I should be buying a four-wheel drive vehicle or not. I'm going to be prepared. So I'm going to focus on trying to get myself a reliable four-wheel drive vehicle, something like a Toyota Tacoma. That's something I chose because it has a great reputation. Apparently the trucks keep running and running and running for many, many miles, and they're reliable. That's what I'm looking for. It has four-wheel drive, and it has better gas mileage than what I'm driving. So that can save me some money as well, although it's going to cost me a lot of money to actually get it. About $10,000 for a used one between the year 2000 and 2004, although I hear good things about 1995 to 1999. Which ones do you think I should focus on? Do you think I could probably save some money by going and get a 99 or a 98 And it's just something I'm looking at. What do you guys think about the V8? Not the V8, the V6. They come in the V6 and they also come in the V4. And here the V4 is the most reliable of all of them, but doesn't have enough power to get me up and down those hills. So, you know, my concern is that as I go down the hill in that van, I only have two-wheel drive, it's going to be hard to stop that thing because this thing is huge, okay? It's huge, okay? And the way these roads are, they have these sharp angles. They're like this all the way through. And you're not just having those sharp angles, you're going up, then you're going down. And like, there's one hill, one mountain where you just go straight down, then dip over like this and turn over like this. I'm like, what the hell? If there's snow and you can't get the traction and you start to slide, you're gonna go right off the mountains. It's like the roads are designed to send you off a cliff or something. So it's something that I'm definitely concerned about. What type of vehicles would you consider to be good bug out type of vehicles? And they don't have to be over the top, you know, it's just simple, reliable, four-wheel drive and get you from point A to point B. You don't need turret guns, all this other crazy hardcore armor and stuff. That's just something I think people should really think about. And you know, also the home security aspect, what I was talking about. Good idea to just get into the habit of going through your house and searching. Just make sure things are secure and things are locked like they should be. So all right guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and don't forget the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bye.